One of the central figures in the celebration of Christmas is Santa Claus, or St Nicholas as the English used to call him. There really was a St Nicholas. He was a rich young man who in the 4th century became Bishop of Myra in present-day Turkey. Nicholas had the habit of giving his money away to the poor, but he liked to do it anonymously. One particular act of charity put St Nicholas right at the centre of the symbolism of Christmas. A local merchant who'd fallen on hard times had 3 beautiful daughters. He couldn't afford dowries for the girls, but he had to get them off his hands, so he had no choice but to sell them into prostitution. That may seem a trifle defeatist, but such, it would seem, were the harsh realities of life in 4th century Asia Minor. To save them from a fate worse than death, Bishop Nicholas decided to intervene. But fearing that the proud young ladies would refuse his charity, he decided to slip 3 bags of gold through their open window under cover of darkness. As the legend became embroidered, a bag of gold fell into one of the girls' stockings, hanging up to dry by the open window, which is why, to this day, we hang up stockings at Christmas, and why we place little bags of chocolate wrapped in gold paper in the branches of our Christmas trees. And so the story of St Nicholas was established. He became not only the patron saint of children, but also of Russians and mariners, and pawnbrokers, in whose shop signs the symbolic promise of St Nicholas's generosity was turned into balls. It became the tradition in many countries in Europe that St Nicholas visited on the 6th of December, and without being seen, would leave presents for good children and a rod for naughty ones, and people would put out carrots and hay for his horse. The Dutch were so fond of the man they called Sinterklaas that they brought him with them when they went to America and founded New Amsterdam, now of course New York. There he might have stayed had not an American professor of classics written a poem for his children in 1822 called A Visit from St Nicholas. It begins, "'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse," and it introduced a fat, red-cheeked, white-bearded, ho-hoing figure with a reindeer-powered sleigh who came down the chimney to deliver presents late on Christmas Eve. But surely this preposterous figure would never catch on, would he? Good night.